Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhausa, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. And in today's session, we discuss about VLSI design and specific chapter number 6 about combinational MOS logic circuit. Now, the first question arising in our mind that what is a combinational circuit? So, as I already told you, if you want to work in VLSI technology, then you have to know the digital electronics very well. In digital electronics, we already studied the two types of circuit, combinational circuits and sequential circuit. Mainly, we focus on the two types of circuit. In combination, we discussed about different types like multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, adder, subtractors, and this type of the circuit. And when we're talking about a sequential part, then we have to discuss about the different types of flip-flops, latches, which is going to use a clock frequencies to store the data, right? So basically, when we're talking about a combinational circuit, ultimately we're talking about the different types of circuit which does not have a clock frequency, which does not have a feedback. And when we're talking about a sequential part, and then particular circuit, we discuss about different types of circuit which have a clock in terms of synchronous and asynchronous. Fine. So I hope that you are getting idea about combinational circuit and sequential circuit. So in chapter number 6, we totally focus on the combinational circuits and the different types of combinational circuits. And with help of the different types of gates, how we can simplify the different types of combinational logic. As I already told you, we already focus on the two types of circuits in terms of combinational and sequential parts. And we already discussed the NAND gate, NOR gate, and CMOS in digital electronics very well. Now, for simplifying any Boolean equation, we have to work on three gates: AND gate, OR gate, and inverter. So with help of these three gates, we can simplify any type of Boolean logic, and we can simplify any type of logic circuits with help of these three gates. So as I already told you, with help of the combinational circuit and with help of the CMOS, we cannot directly design an AND gate or OR gate. So ultimately, with help of CMOS, it stands for the complementary metal oxide semiconductor. We always have to design a NAND gate and NOR gate, because CMOS stands for complementary logic, so we cannot directly design a NAND gate and NOR gate. We cannot directly design NAND gate and NOR gate. We cannot directly design an AND gate and OR gate. We have to design an NAND gate and NOR gate. And CMOS, we already have an inverter logic. Okay. So now just go ahead with this chapter. So introduction part. So as you can see, what is a combinational circuit? So combinational logic circuits are gates which perform a Boolean operation on multiple input variables and determine the output as Boolean functions of the input, and the basic building block of the digital diagram must look like this. So as you can see, these are the basic diagram of the combinational circuit. As you can see, we provide the different types of input on this side. We connect with the VDD output on this terminal and the ground terminal and the output. So the combinational have different types of gates, like you can perform an AND gate, you can perform a NAND gate, you can perform a NOR gate, you can perform an OR gate, even you can work in the multiplexer, encoder, decoder. There are a number of type of the gates that we have and we can perform, right? So with help of the combinational circuit, we apply the different types of input, and we can see the different types of output variation too on output side. Okay, so I hope that you are getting the idea about the combinational circuit is and how we can apply the multiple number of inputs in the combinational part and how we can convert in output side. Okay, so I hope that you are getting the idea about the combinational part. So in the combinational part, make sure that there are the different types of logic gates: adder, subtractor, multiplier, multiplexer, and number of things. Right? So I hope you are getting the idea. Now, MOS logic circuit with depletion and MOS load configuration. So as you can see, right now we are focusing on a simply a NOR gate. So you can see there are two input NOR gate. These are the symbol of NOR gate. And when we convert into CMOS configuration, it looks like this. Right now we are focusing on the depletion and MOS load configuration. So here we are taking only one PMOS and two NMOS configuration, VA and VB, and VLOAD configuration as an output terminal. And you can see the truth table of the particular diagram too. VA, VB, and VOUT. If the both input is low, then output goes to high, and for all the remaining possibilities, the output is always lower. So you cannot see the variations in input side. Once if you can change any variations in input side, the output remains low. When both the input goes to low or zero, then you can say that the Vout goes to high. So we can say that it's a totally opposite than the OR gate. Now generalize multiple structure. Suppose if you're talking about the multiple structure, means what? You are taking only one PMOS and the number of NMOSes are connected in this manner. Fine. It's more than one input logic. Right now we are focusing in terms of multiple inputs. Right? As you can see, the PMOS configuration, drain current ID, V1, V2, V3, up to Vn that you are connected multiple number of inputs to. And similarly for the multiple number of inputs, we have a drain current ID equation in terms of the summation of K on ID. K is equal to summation of K on mu x Ux by 2 W by L 2 into VGS minus VTO into VDS minus VD V square ds. But here VDS is equal to Vout and VGS is equal to V. So right now we are focusing on VGS is same as a VGS and VDS is equal to Vout. So it's for the linear and similarly for the saturation region. Right now we are taking here the summation term. The reason is very clear. Why we are taking the summation term? Because summation term is play a main role when we are focusing on more number of inputs. So we are taking the summation part because we have a more number of inputs, right? Similarly for the saturation, summation of K on mu n Cux by 2 W by L VGS K minus VTO whole square for the saturation region. And now the W by L ratio, as you can see that the W by L ratio which is equivalent to summation of K on W by L K, means it is equivalent to the number of inputs that you are connected in that manner. Okay, so we are talking about a simple multiple number of the NOR gate configuration, and the ratio of length and weight is always proportional to the number of equipment you are connected in sequential manner. So these are the ratio of W by L in terms of width and length ratio. Now we are talking about the transient analysis. In terms of the transient analysis, we calculate our capacitance for the particular NOR gate. So as you can see, for the two input we have different types of capacitance that, as you can see in the CGS, we have a CGS, we have a CGD, we have a CY configuration, C load wire. So we have considered the different types of capacitance, and this capacitance is play a main role when the switching is establishment between inputs terminal. Means the CPI it will be established when we provide the inputs, right? So as you can see, for the A, B, and for the VB, we have a different configuration in terms of CGD and CGB, CGDA and CGDB. So as you can see, we have a total load configuration. C load we have in terms of that CGDA plus CGDB plus CGD load plus CDBA plus CDBB plus CDB load plus CY. So we have a total number of configuration in terms of the capacitance too in this transient analysis. So ultimately, we are in transient analysis we focus only on that part that we are considering the different types of gates or different possibilities. Now similarly we move on the next. It's a two-wire NAND gate configuration. In terms of two-wire NAND gate configuration, as you can see, the design is look like this. Fine. You can see the variation, and here the NMOS is connected in the sequential or series, and in the NOR gate is connected in parallel manner. So these are the difference in NAND gate and NOR gate. These are the symbolic diagram, and these are the total. As you can see, it's a totally opposite variation than the NOR gate, because here when both the input goes to high, then the output goes to low, and for the other possibility the output goes to high. So we can see that it's a totally opposite variation than the NOR gate, and this AND gate and NOR gate you already studied in semester number 3. So you should get a more idea if you know digital variable. Now similarly for the drain current ID calculation, the ID load is equal to ID drain A equivalent to ID drain B. So the K load by 2 is VT load VOL square is equal to K drive by 2, means K by 2 is a mu n Cux W by L that you already know. For the driver A and for driver B, similarly VGS minus VTO into VDS minus V square DS for the saturation region for driver A and driver B. Means right now we are talking about a two input, so we have a two equations for A and B. So the gate to source voltage of both the driver transistors can be assumed to be approximately equal to VOH. So as you can see, the VDS A is equal to VOH minus VTO minus under root of VOH minus VTO whole square minus K load divided by K driver A into VT load whole square in terms of VOL. And similarly for the VDS B, we have VOH minus VTO minus under root of VOH minus VTO whole square minus K load divided by K driver B into VT load VOL square. So we are taking the equation using a load configurations too in terms of the NAND gate and NOR gate. So K driver A is equal to K driver B is equal to K driver. So the output voltage VOL is equal to the sum of the drain to source voltage of both the driver transistor. We obtain like 2 in VOL is equal to 2 into VOH minus VTO minus VOH minus VTO whole square minus K load divided by K driver VT load VOL square. So ultimately we are getting this term equation because driver A and driver B both are equivalent to driver, so we can get directly this term. So considering the two identical enhancement type NMOS transistor with their gate terminal connected, at this point only simplify assume will be VTA A is equal to VTA B is equal to VTO. So when both the driver transistors is in linear region, the drain current can be written as IDA is equal to K driver 2 into VGS minus V2 into VDS minus V square DS A. Similarly for the B, the both equation is same for we talking about the linear region. So now the ID is equal to IDA is equal to IDB is equal to IDA plus IDB divided by 2. So ID K driver divided by 4 is equal to 2 into VGA minus VGAB minus VTO into VDS A plus VDS B minus VDS A plus VDS B whole square. So for simplifying the total drain current in terms of the two input NAND gate, we have a ID is equal to K driver divided by 4 into 2 into VGS minus VT into VDS minus V square DS. And the generalized, this equation is playing a main role when we talking about two input NAND gate configurations in terms of drain current ideally play a main role. Now generalized NAND gate structure is multiple number of inputs. As you can see, same way we are connected one PMOS and number of NMOS are connected in this particular manner, VA, VB and up to VN. And similarly we can identify with this diagram too, means W by L load is equivalent to W by L equivalent configuration, means you get connected number of NMOSes in this particular structure. So it can be a 1, it can be a 2, it can be a 3 or it can be a 5 or any count. So it can be identified with help of the W by L equivalent configuration. Now for this equation we have equation like this: ID mu n Cux by 2 1 divided by summation of K on 1 divided by W by L K 2 into V minus V2 into V out minus V out square for the linear, and same equation we have to write for the saturation region in terms of mu n Cux by 2 1 divided by summation of K on 1 divided by W by L K V minus VTO whole square. So as you can see, hence the W by L ratio of the equivalent driver transistor is W by L equivalent is equal to 1 divided by summation of K on 1 divided by W by L K. And this series of transistor manner is going equivalent manner. So W by L equivalent is equal to 1 divided by N W by L configuration. So we can directly get the idea with help of this configuration too. And now we move on the transient analysis for the circuit, and for the transient analysis we have different types of capacitance. As you can see, the CGD load configuration, CSD load configuration, C wire, CGDA, CDA, CGSA, CSEA, and similarly for the B configuration, as you can see, and we have a total equation like this: C load is equal to CGD load plus CGDA plus CGDB plus CGSA plus CDBA plus CDBB plus CSBA plus CSB load plus CY. So basically when we're talking about the transient analysis, and for that particular part we're talking about the different types of switching configuration, and for the switching configuration we're focusing on the different types of capacitance too. So I hope you're getting the idea about the transient analysis, that which type of capacitance is produced when the switching is establishment. So I hope that you are getting the idea about the transient analysis of NAND gate. So I hope that you are getting the idea about this too. Now we focus on the different types of circuit, like as you can see the different types of book, like we're talking about NAND gate, as you can look like this, and similarly for the NOR gate, NAND gate configuration, the diagram is going on. These are the stick diagram, and this diagram we already draw in the books too in the exam. If they ask the stick diagram in previous semester, or we can say that in the before 2 or 5 years, we working on the sketch pen based concept, and we draw the different types of color symbols too. But right now we can draw the stick diagram like this too. Similarly for the NAND gate, as you can see, the two are connected in parallel and the NMOS is connected in series, and for the NOR gate configuration it's similar manner, as you can see. See, the main rule is that the n number of PMOS is always equivalent to p number of PMOS. If NMOS is series, then PMOS is parallel. If PMOS is series, then NMOS is parallel. These are the certain rules for designing a NAND gate and NOR gate base. These are the stick diagram. You can also draw the stick diagram like this, not an issue. But make sure that right now the stick diagram is not play a big role, but make sure that if you know the circuit very well, then you can simplify any type of logic circuit. So I hope you're getting the idea about a combinational circuit in terms of the NAND gate and NOR gate for the 2 input. And also we can work on the multiple number of inputs too, and also the transient analysis in terms of the capacitance impact too. So still, if you have any doubts, you can tell me and you can contact me on my email ID. So thank you very much.